Hey guys, I am here with Jim Cressman, who runs Invictus Entertainment. So I think a lot of people kind of know who Jim is, kind of, but not really. So what do you do?
Some of the industry people might know.
The industry people, but not the fans.
I'm sort of the guy behind the scenes, to put it simply. My company does artist management. We also do touring. We've got a booking agency, and I've got a promoting company and a strategic partnership with Live Nation, where I take large artists such as Jason Aldean, Brad Paisley, Carrie Underwood, Loretta Lynn, and put them into secondary markets, small towns, and work with those communities and those arenas to bring in big stars. I'm a small town boy myself, so it feels good to do that, and it's been an amazing experience and really taken off and taken on a life of its own.
So how did you become involved in the music industry? How did that all first start?
I started actually in radio, and I worked for country music television at one time. And through those relationships, I ended up getting involved with artists, getting interested in their careers. I mean, I always loved music, and I think that that's the important thing. You know, if you want to be successful at something, you really have to be attached to it. You have to love it. You have to have a passion for it, and that's going to get you through the hard times. Because the thing about the music industry is a small percentage of people actually end up making a real living in it. A lot of people struggle. And for a long time, I struggled. You know, I mean, I was 7 years of not making money in the business before I really started to hit my stride. And frankly, if I'd have had a wife and a child at that time, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I'd have had to go get a job like everybody else. But I was able to follow my dream and stick with it. And thankfully, it's paying off.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
So I've been following you on Facebook, and you have some pretty cool experiences that you do with all of this.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite one so far?
I think that managing the careers of Aaron Pritchett, George Canyon, Charlie Major, One More Girl, artists who I love and I believe in so much, and seeing the television and film side of their career develop, which I've been somewhat of a catalyst in, and then also being part of these major tours that we're bringing to secondary markets. I mean, we're standing in the audience in Moose Jaw while John Mellencamp has this crowd that's just literally electric in front of him, and he's enjoying himself more than he has in years because the crowd is so interactive and the audience is so appreciative that an artist of that magnitude, a legend, is in their small town. I mean, and then knowing that I was a small part of putting that together. I mean, that's pretty amazing. It's all amazing. I love what I do.
Fun job.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun job.
It is. It is a fun job. So very blessed.
So what has surprised you the most about the industry?
Good or bad?
Good.
I think that what surprised me the most is the fact that we have talent in Canada that is on par with anybody else in the world, and that we haven't been able to glean a great living for a lot of those artists for a long time. So I think guys like myself and Nick Minema at the agency group, who's doing a great job at really working hard to extract artist value so that we can make those artists a true living in the business, because they deserve it, because they're as good as anybody else. So that's been a surprise, and I've been very impressed and thankful for the success that we've experienced, and the fact that we've helped artists continue to pursue their dream by making it a viable enterprise. That makes sense.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So everybody gets starstruck. Who was your biggest starstruck moment?
Probably when I did the last tour on Kiss. I mean, when you walk in and they're in their platform shoes and they've got all their makeup on, it's pretty hard not to be overwhelmed by that. I have to say, I'm actually not a gigantic fan of Kiss's music. Probably shouldn't say that on the record, but I mean, I grew up listening to them, but it's not like I own all their records. I mean, I'm not as big of a musical fan of them as I am for a lot of the artists that I work with. But the presence of the band, the way they present themselves, I mean, you just can't help but get caught up in the moment of it. So that was probably it for me.
think anyone would be starstruck with Kiss.
Yeah, Kiss is pretty cool. I mean, you know, Carrie Underwood, the tour we did with her, which was, you know, magnificent, successful. I mean, she's just such a grounded, easygoing,
Yeah, just around the corner to your right and up.
person, and you know, also a superstar. And when she gets on stage, you're really starstruck. When you meet her in person, she's so disarming. She's so sweet and humble that it isn't the same as seeing 6'7" Gene Simmons in his full makeup and regalia. You know, it's a different experience, but still rewarding at the same time.
So when you're not working, what can you be found doing?
I have two main interests. One is my family. I have a lovely wife who works in the business with me. Is actually an integral part of the success of our company. I have a beautiful baby daughter and another baby on the way. We don't know if it's a boy or girl. We're going to leave it as a surprise. So I spend a lot of time with them. I don't get to spend as much quantity of time with them, so it's about the quality. And then I'm a big proponent of staying in shape. I like exercise, I like to go for a run, I like to work out, and I like to do that mostly because when I get on the road, if you want to stay healthy, it's important to take care of yourself.
Thank you so much for doing this, Jim.
My
The last
pleasure.
minute thing, it was great to have you.
I was flattered. Very nice to meet you, and thank you for all the work you're doing and helping all the artists you're helping.
Definitely. Thank you for everything you've done.
Pleasure.